You can feel it before you see it. Something about her feels off. The way she moves around you, like her body's guarding a secret. You try to ignore it, but deep down, you know, her body isn't lying. It's screaming. She's cheating. When a woman starts betraying you emotionally or physically, her body begins to rebel against the truth she's trying to hide. Even if her mouth is full of sweet excuses, her body speaks in silent rebellion. You walk into the room, and she stiffens. Not because she's excited, but because she wasn't expecting you. Watch her feet. They point toward the door, not toward you. Subtle, but powerful. A loyal woman orients herself toward the man she desires. A disloyal one? She angles herself away, unconsciously looking for escape. She used to lean in. Now she leans back. She used to touch your arm when she laughed. Now, her hands are nowhere near you. Cold, guarded, distant. And when you touch her, she tenses. Not in a playful way, but like your touch is unwanted. You see her adjusting her clothes in the mirror before she heads out, but it's not for you anymore. She's not dressing to impress the man she lives with. She's dressing for someone who sees her differently. Her eyes, no longer lingering on you. They're darting, avoiding, glancing at her phone a little too often. And when you talk, she crosses her arms. She's building a wall, not with bricks, but with posture. And that smirk, when you question her late nights. That smug little smile. That's not just attitude. That's guilt wrapped in defiance. You're not crazy. She's telling on herself. With every movement, every look, every pause. Her body is speaking. And it's saying one thing. I'm not yours anymore. She doesn't have to say the words. Her silence is louder than anything she could ever confess. You notice it when you sit beside her. She shifts away. Just an inch. But that inch says everything. A woman in love leans in. A woman who's hiding something pulls away. Her hugs, they've changed. They feel robotic now. Like a formality. Like she's trying to remember what affection used to feel like. And when you kiss her, her lips are still. No spark. No response. Just obligation. Her energy doesn't reach you anymore. Watch her eyes. A loyal woman holds eye contact because she has nothing to fear. But when she's lying, her gaze flickers. She blinks too much. She laughs too quickly. Or not at all. Because guilt makes people awkward. It turns her natural warmth into hesitation. Her phone becomes her new best friend. Always flipped down. Always locked. And God forbid you reach for it. Suddenly, she becomes alert, nervous, even angry. She guards that phone like a diary soaked in secrets. And when she gets a message, she tilts the screen away. Subtle, but clear. Now think, when was the last time she touched you? Without you initiating? When was the last time she made you feel like a man? When a woman's emotionally checked out, her body follows. She withholds intimacy, affection, vulnerability, because her energy is now invested somewhere else. It's not about catching her red-handed. It's about recognizing that her behavior is no longer synced with love. Her rhythms are different. Her body language is colder, more calculated, more careful. She's not yours anymore, even if she's sitting right next to you. Her presence is a performance, but her body keeps forgetting the script. And that's how you know. Look closely at her smile. Not the one she gives to you. The one she gives when she's texting. There's a softness in her eyes when she's talking to someone she desires. A glow. A twinkle. But when she turns to you, it's gone. Her smile becomes forced. Polite. Like she's playing a role. She used to light up around you. Now she lights up around her phone. You notice her posture shifting. She sits up straighter, adjusts her outfit, plays with her hair. But not when you walk into the room. When her screen lights up. That's who she's dressing up for now. A woman's body doesn't lie. She used to be open, legs casually crossed toward you, shoulders relaxed. Now, her legs are turned away, her arms folded tight, her whole frame screaming, I don't want to connect with you. She starts looking at herself more in mirrors, fixing her lipstick before leaving. But when you compliment her, she barely reacts. She doesn't care what you think anymore, because your approval is no longer her priority. You try to hug her, and she flinches, just slightly, but it's there. You try to talk about the relationship, and she shrugs. She fakes calm, but her hands fidget. She won't meet your eyes, because deep down she knows. And her body knows, too. Even her laugh sounds different now. Not joyful, not playful, just empty. Or worse, too exaggerated, too loud, as if she's trying to cover up the silence between you with noise. She's not just physically distant, she's emotionally relocated, and it's written all over her, in the tension of her shoulders, in the way she rushes through conversations, in the way her hugs no longer linger. You're not imagining it, you're feeling the truth, in the space between your bodies. Watch how she gets dressed now. It used to be casual, comfortable. Now it's strategic. Tighter jeans, lower tops, new perfume, but not for date night with you. For her girls' night out. She's suddenly putting effort into places you're not invited to. And when she walks out the door, her hips sway with more confidence. Like she's already rehearsing for someone else's attention. Not yours. Her walk is different. More purposeful. More practiced. That's not for you. That's for the man she's been thinking about. And when she comes back, she won't look you in the eye. She used to walk in smiling. Now, her steps are slower, her eyes guarded, her energy off. And when you ask her how her night was, she gives you a short answer, then changes the subject. Fast. You ask where she went. She gives vague details. You ask who was there. She forgets. But her body already answered. Her tone is clipped. Her voice slightly higher than usual. Because she's nervous. Because she knows you feel it. She touches her face more. Scratches her neck. Touches her hair while talking. All unconscious signs of stress. All signs of guilt. Her laugh doesn't land right anymore. Her body doesn't relax around you. There's a wall. Invisible, but heavy. She might not say it, but she's showing it. Every minute. She's not leaning into your presence. She's dodging it. She may still share your bed, but her body, it's already loyal to someone else. And the more you try to hold on, the more her body pulls away. Her touch isn't soft anymore. Her hands don't wander like they used to. She's stiff when you kiss her. She avoids your gaze. Because she knows. She's betraying something sacred. And her body is too honest to hide it perfectly. She used to crave your presence. Now she's always too tired. Not tired from life. Tired from the double life she's managing. You notice how she avoids being alone with you. She stays longer at work. She runs more errands. Suddenly, there's always somewhere else she needs to be. And when you finally get her alone, she's restless. Can't sit still. Keeps checking her phone. Pretending to scroll, pretending to be distracted. But really, she's waiting. Waiting for a text that's not from you. You reach for her hand. She pulls away. Not angrily. Just enough to make you feel it. The disconnection. A woman in love leans into physical contact. A woman who's betraying you, she starts to flinch from it. She doesn't even realize it sometimes. But the guilt is living in her body now. It shows in the way her shoulders tense when you walk in the room. It shows in how she no longer curls up beside you on the couch. She used to fit herself into you like a puzzle piece. Now she creates space. Because being close to you reminds her of what she's doing behind your back. And it eats at her. That's why her emotions are volatile. One moment she's cold, the next she's overly nice. Then distant again. She's overcorrecting. Trying to fake normal. But it's never quite right. Because real love is consistent. Fake love slips up. You'll see her smile at her phone in the dark. Then pretend nothing's happening. You'll feel her lying beside you, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, she's checked out. And her body language is revealing it. Louder and clearer every day. Her eyes, her hands, her posture. They're telling the truth her mouth never will. You ask her something simple, but she pauses just a second too long. That delay, that processing moment, isn't just hesitation. It's calculation. Because now, even her answers are rehearsed. Her eyes look up and to the side, searching for a lie that fits. And as she talks, her fingers twist in her lap. Her legs bounce. Her breathing changes. She's not relaxed around you anymore. Because every moment feels like a test she's trying to pass. She laughs louder than usual at nothing. She fakes energy. But you feel the hollowness behind it. The way her smile doesn't reach her eyes. You start noticing she only touches you when she wants to deflect suspicion. Suddenly, she reaches for your hand. But not out of love. Out of guilt. A nervous hug. A forced kiss. Like she's trying to convince herself more than she's convincing you. She plays with her necklace, bites her lip, tugs at her sleeve. All little signs that she's not at peace. Not because she's stressed about work, but because she's tangled in lies. When you mention another woman, her eyes narrow fast. Her tone changes. But when you ask about her guy friends, she becomes vague. She gets defensive. She gives answers with cracks in them. And when you bring up trust, she overcompensates. Tells you how loyal she is. How you have nothing to worry about. But she's saying it too much. Because her body already gave her away. She flinches when you call unexpectedly. She hides her screen like it's sacred. And if you ever grab her phone, she turns ice cold. That reaction? That panic? It's not normal. Not if she's innocent. You're not being paranoid. You're being shown the truth. Not through what she says, but through how she moves, how she flinches, how she freezes, Her body is screaming a message she doesn't have the courage to speak. She used to celebrate moments with you. Now she avoids them. Anniversaries feel awkward. She forgets the little things, like your favorite meal, or the way you like your coffee. Not because she's forgetful, because her emotional investment is fading. And that loss? It shows up in how she touches you. It's no longer instinctive. It's mechanical, like she's going through the motions, trying to check boxes so you won't suspect. But you feel it, that missing fire. You sit next to her, and she angles her knees away. Her arms fold across her chest like armor. You reach over, but she doesn't soften. She's not inviting your energy anymore. You mention something personal, and her expression stays blank.
No curiosity. No spark.
She used to react emotionally. Now her face barely changes. And when she laughs with someone else, it's different. More free, more playful, more alive. That version of her, you haven't seen it in weeks. Because she's saving it for someone else. And when she's around him, whoever he is, her energy returns. Her eyes light up. Her confidence spikes. That's when she remembers how to flirt, how to smile, how to connect. But with you, it's flat. Because the emotional bridge between you has already collapsed. You ask her a simple question, and she responds with sarcasm. Not playful teasing, real coldness, as if your presence annoys her. But that shift isn't random. It's calculated distance. It's her body slowly preparing to detach. And the scariest part? She thinks you won't notice. But you do. Because even in her silence, even in her fake smiles, even in her stillness, her body keeps leaking the truth. She's slipping away. And every little movement is a breadcrumb leading to betrayal. She doesn't argue like she used to. Before, if something was wrong, she cared enough to fight. Now, she just shrugs, dismisses, gives you that whatever look. Because she's emotionally checked out. A woman who's cheating doesn't want resolution. She wants distance. And her body gives that away long before her words do. She keeps her back to you more often. In bed. On the couch. Even when you're talking. It's subtle, but powerful. Turning her back is her way of saying, I don't want to face you. She used to sit beside you, knee brushing yours. Now she chooses the chair across the room. She needs physical space because emotional closeness feels like guilt. And when she talks about her day, you realize she's leaving details out. Names are missing. Timelines don't line up. She looks down more when answering. Fidgets with her fingers. Her legs shift uncomfortably. She's not relaxed because she's not being real. And when she talks about her friend, she suddenly uses gender-neutral terms. Avoids saying he. Avoids giving details altogether. Because she knows her body would betray her. So she tries to keep it vague. But her energy gets nervous. She swallows hard. Her tone tightens. She might even fake anger. Turn the suspicion on you. Because defensiveness is easier than honesty. That's the trick. She's not acting distant out of stress. She's acting distant because she's hiding someone else in her world. And her movements tell the whole story. Even when her words don't. You can feel it in the room. That tension. That emotional static. She's not present. Because she's already given her presence to someone else. You don't need concrete proof. You don't need to catch her in the act. Because the truth has already been showing up in every eye roll, every cold touch, every sudden silence. Her body is a broadcast tower. And lately, it's been sending one clear signal. I'm not yours anymore. She may still speak in sweet tones. She may still smile. But it's not the same smile. It's not the same warmth. Because real connection can't be faked for long. And a cheating woman's body eventually turns against the lies. Her hands don't reach for you. Her body doesn't respond to you. Her eyes search for something but not in you. You feel it every time she avoids your kiss. Every time she tenses when you get too close. Every time she gets dressed like she's going to impress a stranger. And comes home with her passion spent somewhere else. Stop waiting for a confession. Stop begging for honesty. The truth is already written across her movements. In the way she distances herself. In the way she guards her phone. In the way she no longer chooses you with her body. If you feel like you're loving someone who's already gone, it's because you are. Her body left before her words ever did. And now it's time for you to stop chasing shadows. Because the man who holds his worth doesn't beg to be chosen. He recognizes when loyalty is lost. And he walks away with his power intact. She may have betrayed you, but you don't have to betray yourself. Watch what her body tells you. Then choose your next move like a man who sees clearly and never stays where he's being slowly erased.